people. This week we're doing a set that was full of experiments, and most of which did not come out. So I did learn a lot. So here we go. I'm doing extra long almond or oval. I think they're oval. They look more ovally than almond to me, especially the bigger ones. If you get down to the pinkies, then they do look almond. So I don't know. It is what it is. But we're going to be starting off with a base coat of white on all of them. This set, as I said, is a learning experience. It did not come out good. I'm not at all happy with it, but I did learn some stuff. Also, I have the giveaway is over, and I have pulled the winner. I will be announcing it, hopefully, if not later today. Well, actually, as I'm recording this, it's later this day. By the time you guys see this, I hopefully will have had it up already. But I'm wishing more people had entered the giveaway, but I did get a couple this time. So those two ladies had a 50-50 shot, so odds were good for them. And not only is there hairs in my polish now, but I have some little chunky bits of, I'm assuming, dried polish from around the rim of that bottle, which I have not cleaned. Okay, this is the second coat. We're only doing a second coat on 3 of the fingers. The thumb and the ring finger, we're not putting a second coat on because we're going to do something else to those. Or chunky bits. Get out of there. But the other 3 got a second coat. And I am also, oh wait, I'm not done with this one yet. I thought that was the last one. Okay, that should have been the last one. Now, on the other 2, I'm going to put a layer of foil glue on the thumb and the ring finger. And then we'll cure that whole rack at once. Now, we're not using nail foils. I know it's going to look like we are, but we're not. I'm doing something else. Okay, in we go to cure those things. Okay, this stuff, I know it looks like nail foil, but it is not. What it was a gift bag that I got for my birthday, not this last one, but the year before this, and it was falling apart, so I easily peeled off this whole sheet of this stuff, and I thought it would look really cool on some nails, so this was my attempt at trying to do something with it. Now, I have, as you're going to see, I had a lot of issues with wrinkles and whatnot. So, I thought it just had a cool design and I love the color. So, I thought I got to do something with it. I'm not going to just throw this away. So, we're going to stick it on a couple of these nails. Now, in hindsight, either I needed to do something to alleviate the side wrinkles, or I'm thinking if I cut out little shapes out of this stuff, then I could just easily put those flatly on the nail and have some cool different shape, pinky purpley stuff. I don't even know what to call it. It's not foil, it's not mylar, I don't know what it is. But I'm just going to apply it as if I were doing nail foils. But we are going to leave it on here. We're not peeling anything off because there's no like layer, like acetate layer to peel off of there. It is what it is. So I treated it the same way I would a foil, but as you can see, it wanted to wrinkle along the edges because of the curve factor. I tried smoothing them out, but they just were not, it just wasn't having it. So I did my best to smooth it out, but it will end up with wrinkles, and there was no way I could get around that after it was already on there. This one I've got, I think I left this one in real time, but the other one that you'll see after this, I sped up. I mean, it started off like it was going to be okay, but I just could not get the wrinkles to stay out of it. I did attempt to peel it up just to see if that stuff would come off and just leave the purple on, but it did not. So very much not a nail foil. I have some different shaped hole punch cutters. I may just cut a bunch of shapes out of this stuff and then use those to stick on something, which gives me an idea already, because I did get a new stamping plate that's got the butterfly base, and then the outline stuff is separate. It's like a two-part stamp thing. I could put these down as that and then stamp the lines over, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But now I'm just trimming all the excess off as close to the edge as I can. There's still a little hanging over. We're going to get that in a minute. And what I'm going to do is take, I'm going to have another attempt at trying to smooth those wrinkles out, which is going to be unsuccessful, I can tell you already. I would have thought it would have stuck down better to the foil glue also, but some parts of it just wanted to keep popping up. Maybe I didn't get my foil glue along the edges as well as I thought I did. But anyway, when I'm done trying to smooth this out again, I'm going to get my 240 grit file, which is a fine file, and then we're going to go all around the edges from the top downwards, not side to side and not like back and forth, up and down, but just from the top edge down in one stroke like that. And we're just going to continue all the way around until we cut it all off even at the edge now with the file. That's going to have it be perfectly at the edge. I don't want any of it wrapping around. I don't want any of it hanging over. I was having a hard time getting a grip on the darn thing. Although it's a good size nail, so it should have been easier to hold on to, but it wasn't. I'm just going to do this all the way around until I get it cleaned off on all the edges. And it's still trying to come off. This whole set turned out to be a big project because so many things that I tried did not pan out. So it did take me a good while to get through this set, even though if I was just doing it straight from how it ended up, it probably wouldn't have taken very long at all. Sorry, I'm kind of out of shot again. I'm thinking if I had cut the edges a little bit, I could have then overlapped them and it would have gone around the curvy area a little better. But I did not do that. Alright, that's about as good as it's going to get. See if we can get it to stay back on the nail stand. There we go. It looks cool. Too bad you're not going to see most of that by the end. once again, you know what I'm thinking? I might want to get a hole punch that's a heart shape, because for Valentine's Day I could make a bunch of little hearts out of this stuff and put those on some nails, and then it will lay flat because it's not going to have to curve around anything. Needless to say, as I said, I sped this next one up so you don't have to sit through the long process of doing this again. Being that this one was smaller, the wrinkling factor was worse on this one because it's got a steeper curve to it. Boy, if only I could work at that speed all the time, for real. That would be nice. While we got a second, next week I'll be doing my own nails again, and it will be something for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So that's next time. Okay, now I'm going to go over the white ones with this really sheer pale pink that's kind of it's got some color and some stuff to it when you move it around in the light. But I thought it would, I didn't want to have them on a stark white nail, so I thought I'd use this stuff. I don't think I've ever used this one before. Okay, then what am I doing here? Okay, I think we're going to cure those. No, we're not. Okay, I'm going over this with a layer of top coat, and I am using my tempered top coat because the next step on this was another experiment, and I didn't, in case I had to wipe it off, I didn't want to damage the, I'm going to call it a foil, but it's not, whatever it is, I didn't want to damage it. And I did have to wipe off because what I tried did not work. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to put this silver cat eye over those. And then we're going to do a lot of playing around with the magnets. I spent quite a bit of time fooling around with them. Nothing really panned out, so yeah, it didn't come out like I wanted. But anyway, what I was going to do, I had seen a lady use chrome powder in some kind of a base and made her own cat eye, and I was so excited for that because I'm thinking I've got all these chrome powders, I could have, you know, any color of those in cat eye that I want. Now see that, I should have left it like that because I thought that looked kind of cool, but I ended up not. But anyway, this is just me playing around with the magnet, trying to do different things and see what works, what doesn't, what I get from the different sections of this. I also tried all the separate little magnets that were in that set that I bought that had the different patterns on them, and none of those really worked, but it might just be what I'm using it on. But anyway, I tried to use chrome powder in top coat, and it just would not move around in there. So I don't know what she used, because the whole thing I watched was in Russian, so I couldn't tell what was happening. I mean, I could see it, but I couldn't tell what she was saying. But anyway, I'm going to try it again on my own time with base coat and see if it works with that, because I believe base coat's thinner than the top coat. We'll see how that goes. If I can get it to work, that's going to be awesome, because we'll have a whole new batch of cat eyes I can make with all the different chromes I've got. That'll be cool. So I will be playing with that some more. I think what I ended up doing was something kind of, I think I ended up leaving this pretty much like that now. I might have done one more at the top part. So you can get kind of a smile line out of it with that T-shaped one. Nope, I'm still playing with it. The part where I had all the separate other little magnets, I think I cut out because not one of them worked very well. or not. I'm seeing a big section of stuff right now that should have been cut out. Hopefully I did not cut the wrong part out and leave something in I didn't need. Well, obviously there's something I don't need because we're sitting here staring at a blank screen now. Oh, Lordy. It's kind of been a week, guys. And we're going to be coming up here in a second to something else happening. I guess you are going to see the part with the other magnets because this should have been cut out, but it isn't, so here we are. But you will see that they're not going to work. It might just be this particular stuff I'm working on. Or maybe I didn't keep it there quite long enough, I'm not sure, but it just didn't do anything at all. So you have to get it pretty close to the surface, but not touch the surface. So yeah, that one was a bust. It didn't do anything. I am fishing around for something else now. Alright, we're going to try this one. Well, it did a little bit, but not enough to amount to anything that you can tell what it is. Oh boy. I'm sorry, guys. I really thought that I cut all this out. Alright. Now you don't need to put a new bunch of the cat eye on there, but if you just brush it down again, it will like get back to the beginning and then you can go from there. Okay, I guess that's where I think I gave up on those other ones. So now we are just going to make some kind of a design on here and see what we end up with. Okay, there's the center of this had that little flower when I was trying. It didn't really do much of anything either. See, I touched it to the surface. That's not good. I get a little bit from that one. Probably if I started with a fresh thing instead of having part of it moved already, maybe it would have done it. And here we go again. Now every time I'm brushing that down, I'm not adding more. I'm like wiping my brush off in the bottle really well and then going with that. Okay, I'm thinking now, since I know I use this T one for the final one, that this is going to be it. Alright, that's what I'm keeping. I was tired of fooling around with it, so that's what I ended up keeping on that one. And we'll go with the other one, where I will now just do the same thing and not have to do all the crazy experimenting. As I said, most of my experiments did not pan out. So if you guys are going to play around with some of this stuff, at least you guys know what not to do. Or you know what didn't work for me. Maybe you'll get it to work for you. I think those other magnets, the little black ones, I think that's what discouraged me originally with the cat eye that I originally bought, because I couldn't get anything to do anything, so I just figured it was not good cat eye or something. Wasn't working very well. But apparently it's just those black ones. They don't do anything, or they're not strong enough magnets to really do anything very well. It'd be cool if they did, because they have some nice designs on them. Alright, and we got that one done. Okay, those are going to be ready for curing. Now moving on, I'm going to go, they've been cured, and I'm going to go over them now with this pink jelly. This is one of the jellies that I just recently got a set of these, like, I'm calling them summer jellies because they're kind of like mostly like neon. Some of them, a couple of them aren't, but most of them are. So we still get the cat eye effect under the jelly, but we're going from purple to pink now. And you don't need a lot of it on there, just a coat to give it the color, and then we'll cure these again. Alright, now this experiment was going to be an isolated chrome situation. So I am scrubbing these nails down, these white ones, very, very well with acetone, not alcohol. This was the one experiment I did that actually worked beautifully. Okay, now I had tried some stamping. Some of these weren't panning out. I wasn't liking it, so I had tried, because I wanted to do chrome on the stamped part. I had tried some different things that didn't work. That's why you see black and other color down there. So this is what I ended up with. I'm using pink stamping polish. We've got our plate. We're going to go with this kind of chevron-ish looking design. We're going to give it a scrape. Now when you're scraping stuff that's got wide areas like that, you want to scrape gently because you'll pull the color right out of there if you don't. And we're going to now put this with the point right down there near the point, like so. And then I am going to go and clean off a couple of those stripes there at the top because I didn't want it flat like that. Originally what I wanted was a deep French. I kind of changed that up when I went with this stamping plate instead. I wanted a deep French chrome design on the end of these. So we don't have the deep French, but we're going to have the chrome on there. I'm going to clean all of this off. This part I'm cleaning with acetone because that's regular stamping polish, not gel. Okay, now once we've got that all cleaned off again, we'll use our little makeup sponge with the chrome, which I'm using a bright pink chrome powder. Oh wait, I'm not done cleaning this. Just trying to get that little bit off of there. Okay, now I think we're ready. Okay, now we've got our makeup sponge. We're going to dab just a little bit. You really don't need much chrome powder. Firstly, I dab it on, and then I'm going to rub it in. Okay, we're just going to, it's going to stick to the stamping polish. And since we cleaned the base nail with acetone really well, you have to clean it so hard that you start to hear the squeak. That's really crucial. Once we've done that, our chrome is now on there, and we'll get our brush and we can brush it off, and now we have no chrome stuck to the under base color. So that was the one experiment that actually worked. So now I know how to do that. And we're just going to clean this up and go ahead and do the other ones. I don't remember if I show the other two or just one more, but we'll see. Now I've now sped this up since I have a working plan now. Now I could have cleaned off on the stamper before I put it onto the nail, those upper stripes that I wanted removed. I don't know why I didn't, but so we have to clean them off after they're stamped. Again, now this stamp did not come out very nice. You can see it's kind of a little smeary on the side, and it's kind of, the lines kind of got curvy because I think when I rolled it around the side, I think I didn't do it quite right. Plus, it doesn't come all the way to the side edge. Now, I could have fixed that by loading my stamper up and lining it up and getting it on there, but frankly, I was disgusted with this set by this point. I had already been in here for a few hours working on them, so I just wanted to be done. But, and nobody's going to wear this anyway, so I didn't really care. But if I were going to do this on a wearable set, I would have fixed that side edge. But we're just going to do the same thing we just did. Alrighty, brushing it off. Now this one stuck a little bit at the top of there because I think I put the chrome powder on before the acetone was fully dry after I cleaned that stuff off. But no biggie, easily cleaned up. The important part is it didn't stick in between those stripes on the base, on the white base part. Okay, those are done. Moving on to our final top coat. This is my tempered top I'm using on here. And of course my gloves have to get stuck underneath there every time. Now I tried not to brush over this with the top coat too many times because I did have an issue with my stamping polish smearing the last time I did that. So I'm being a little more careful this time. Alright, we're going to cure those. Boy, that middle one looks really bad. Okay, now we're going to have just some real quick embellishments. Easy peasy. I've got these little tiny stars that I've had for eons that I bought, I don't even know how long ago. They probably came from Wish, that's how long ago. But I decided to put one right at the center of each of the stripes. Initially I was going to put roses at the top of these, but I didn't have any in a color that I liked, and I didn't feel like making a bunch of them. So this was the easy thing to do. Since I put my new head on this picker-upper tool now, it's nice and fresh. It's working so nice and picking up these tiny little things quite nicely. Now once I get these on here, I'm going to straighten them all. I'm going to shove them down into the glue better, and then I'm going to straighten them out. I wanted to get like the pointy bit sticking straight up, so it's like a head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. But the head needs to be sticking straight up, not going off at a side angle. That way they all look uniform. I mean, we don't always want that, but in this case I did want it to look like that. I did get a little bit more glue on here than I really needed to. And once I get them going the right way, I'm going to get them lined up, hopefully in a straight line down the center. And then I'm going to use alcohol on a lint-free wipe, and I'm going to clean some of this excess glue because we're not topping these again. And I had some glue strings that kind of got on there. And a little bit more fussing, and then it should be done. I see another gluey string there, and I don't think I cleaned it off. Okay, now I'm going to do that on the other 2. So all 3 of those are going to look the same. And then I put some random stars all over the solid color ones. I didn't hit record for that. So there's the finished set. Please give me a like. You can give me a pity like for this set. And if you want to see more, I'll have a new set for you next weekend. And as I said, it will be St. Patrick's Day on my own nails. So that's it for this time. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.